5.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
What do the Leafs play?
Here we go. Going live. All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Blackhawks Vision here. I am joined today by Quincy Bell from, well, Quincy Bell Sports, or QBS.
Hello.
I don't know if you can hear him or not. It's probably pretty iffy. Now, today...
Let me look up your stream. Let's see if you can hear me.
Today we are going to be I'm an idiot. We are going to be previewing and predicting the 2021 Stanley Cup Playoffs. This is a very exciting time for us hockey fans. Now, if you're watching, I suggest go get a hockey jersey, put it on like I do. I have my Vegas Golden Knights reverse retro jersey on. Represent. And
I'm just sitting in my room with my bathrobe on, but you can't see me.
That's okay. Anyways, let's take a look at this year's bracket. As you can see, it's different from previous years because normally you would have the top 3 teams from each division, and then the 2 best teams that aren't in the top 3 in each division. You'd have those teams for conference. It's going to be strange this year because this year you got 1, 4, 2, 3 in 4 divisions. You got the Discover Central, Mass Mutual East, Scotia North, and the Honda West. Let's take a look at all these matchups. So now we're not going to predict matchups yet, but we're just going to look at all of them. Number 1, Carolina. Number 4, Nashville. And you have number 2, Florida against number 3, Tampa Bay. Number 1, Pittsburgh against number 4, New York Islanders. That's in the East. And number 2, Washington, and number 3, Boston. Moving on to the North. There goes my cat again. In the Scotia North, number 1, Toronto. That makes Quincy very happy.
Go Leafs!
He's a Leafs fan. Against the number 4, Montreal Canadiens. I'm trying to think. Les Canadiens de Montreal.
Les Canadiens de Montreal.
That was horrible. We are so sorry.
Yeah, we don't speak
All right.
French.
So are we good in terms of volume?
Yeah, we should be.
We're good? Okay. Number 2, Edmonton, and number 3, Winnipeg. That's a very intriguing series. This series here in the Honda West would have been intriguing if it were Vegas instead of Colorado. But we got number 1, Colorado against number 4, St. Louis. Colorado literally jumped Vegas in the last second, and I'm salty. And we got number 2, Vegas, and number 3, Minnesota. So now I'm just hoping that St. Louis and Vegas win their series so we can see them in the West Division final. All right, so now we've looked at all the matchups. Now, before we get to predicting, we're going to take a look at our preseason rankings. Now, Quincy, you didn't really specify a lot of the seedings, so I kind of just guessed. Out of your playoff teams, I kind of guessed.
Oh, we just said who we thought. I just picked the 4. Like, I didn't pick what order.
He didn't really
I know I had here. I think I can remember. I had... Okay,
I know you had
the Hurricanes.
Your 1 seeds were Carolina, Philly, Edmonton, and Colorado.
Yeah, so
your 4 seeds.
I got 2 of those right.
So yeah, looking at mine, I had. We're gonna look at the Discover Central first. I had Tampa Bay as my number 1. They ended up dropping to 3. Quincy got number 1 right in the Central, the Carolina Hurricanes. Why am I shocked? Carolina Hurricanes have been a very exciting team. Number 2, I had Carolina. They ended up going to 1, and Florida is at number 2 there.
Big surprise team. I like what Florida's got cooking.
Yeah, the Panthers are very surprising. Number 2, Quincy had the Tampa Bay Lightning at number 2. They ended up, and like I said, they went to 3. We both had Dallas and Columbus at 4. Both teams missed the playoffs.
Yeah, it was, for me, I was really sure Dallas would make it. Stanley Cup appearance last year, not even making it this year. And then it was between Columbus or Nashville for me, and I picked Columbus and Nashville.
Yeah, I knew I should have picked Nashville. But Tim Peel is biased towards Nashville. That's why I didn't pick them.
Man, none of us took the Penguins in the East.
Yeah, why didn't we? All thought the Penguins.
I don't know.
With that, let's move on to the National League.
So for me, it was the 4 that we have up there, and then Pittsburgh. It was those 5. I'm like, it's going to be 4 of them yet again. And I really thought Pittsburgh was on the decline. I'm like, that core is getting a little old. But no, the Flyers really let me down.
What happened? Philly, what are you doing?
Really let me down.
Hey, at least
never trust a Philly sports team.
Yeah, you can't trust the Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, or the Phillies. You can't really trust any of them. Well, I guess you could say the Phillies, but
no, they're the one you can trust the least.
Bryce Harper.
Phillies are a joke.
Bryce Harper, buddy. Anyways, back to hockey. Back to hockey.
They don't have a bullpen.
I actually got the Bruins seeding right. I had them at 3, and I got the Islanders seeding right. I had them at 4. Capitals, I was 1 spot off, and then the Penguins are up at 1. You epic fail with the Flyers at number 1. Epic fail.
Yeah, I really.
You were 1 off with the Cap. You were 1 off with the Caps, 1 off with the Bruins, and 2 off with the Islanders.
Yeah.
Now we move on to the Scotia North.
Ooh, that Flames pick's not looking too great.
Me having the Flames at 1 was an epic fail.
No goaltending whatsoever.
I thought Riddick was supposed to be good.
Their goaltending was a nightmare.
So you had
and the Canucks, man. I really thought the Canucks.
Yeah, they disappointed me. I'll tell you what, the COVID shutdown really hurt them.
I'm like, Elias Pettersson, they got a nice young core.
They got all that talent.
Brock Besser.
Yeah, they have a lot of talent.
Markstrom's a good goalie. Thatcher Demko.
They have a lot of talent. They got a lot of talent. I had the Oilers at 2. I got that. Canucks at 3, obviously missed. The Maple Leafs, I was off by a lot. The Maple Leafs, I had them at 4. They were one of the best teams in the league this year.
Yeah.
Sure, that makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Matthews is better than Patrick Laine. Anyways.
Listen, don't put down Jets fan. Oh, he's not even on the Jets anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of what they do.
He's on the Blue Jackets, and speaking of the Blue Jackets, Leafs picked up Nick Foligno, which he's been doing pretty well.
Woo! Anyways, you switched the Maple Leafs and the Oilers, and the Flames and Canucks were epic fails.
Yeah, Winnipeg, and Winnipeg was really good throughout the entire year. They imploded at the end of the year, and the Oilers jumped them, so they have home ice in that series.
I can't see the Jets doing too much. Let's move on to the Honda West. I had the Golden Knights.
I'll ask after we do the West.
I switched the Golden Knights and the Avalanche. I switched them. This would have been right if the Golden Knights just beat the Avalanche. Ugh!
Yeah, won the President's Trophy off that game.
That was ridiculous.
I think the one we got wrong was the Wild. I was like, it's either going to be the Wild or...
It was going to be either the Wild or the Coyotes, really. We both picked the Coyotes at 4. Yeah, fail. The Wild ended up getting in. We both had the Blues at 3.
The Blues barely got it.
Yeah, they snuck in.
They got in. That was close. It should not have been that close.
The Blues barely snuck into the playoffs. So, yeah. Overall, we didn't do great at all.
Okay, question. So, for the playoff series, is it just like... It's not going to be any neutral site stuff? It's just going to be...
Home ice.
Like normal... Because for the Canadian teams, Canada is super strict. Like, Toronto is the lockdown capital of the world. You can't leave your house in Toronto.
That's ridiculous.
So, what I'm saying is... And I think, like, no Canada teams are allowing fans, like, at all.
We haven't seen that at all. Like, I think the Blackhawks were the last American team to let fans in.
So, like, are they even going to let American teams travel to Canada when we get to the semifinal?
I don't really know. That's a good question.
Or will they have to have it on, like, a neutral site? Like, I know I think the Stars are at full capacity. I think the Nashville is, too.
I don't know. All right, anyways.
It would have to be in those southern states that are releasing their COVID stuff.
Texas.
Yeah. Honestly, the most COVID-friendly states, like, that have the most, like, you can do the most here would be probably Florida, Tennessee, Maybe Vegas.
Vegas is not a state. That's a city.
True. Missouri for
I think you meant Nevada.
Yeah.
Right.
Vegas it's like if you compare Vegas to the rest of Nevada, Vegas is like its own.
Vegas, it is pretty much a state. Anyways, before we get too carried away, let's get to the brackets. We're going to start out in the Discover Central Division. We've got the number 1 seeded Carolina Hurricanes against the number 4 seeded Nashville Predators. I'm going to pull up real quick my bracket. It's going to take me a minute to do this. I'm just going to go to the Bracket Challenge website, sign in real quick.
You have it pulled up like on your
thing. There it is.
I will say the one you made looks pretty. Like, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Made it to my bracket. Nope, that's not my bracket. Yeah, I did a bracket on NHL Bracket Challenge. Weird, I thought I did a bracket. Alright, we're just going to do this. We're just going to go for it. So anyways, we got the Carolina Hurricanes. Lots of talent. Carolina, I think, is the most talented team in the league. And you can't tell me otherwise. Hey, the Cubs won.
That's my preseason Cup pick.
Yeah. My preseason pick for the final was Vegas and Carolina. I believe
my math teacher pushed our due dates back. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, jeez, Quincy. Anyways, I think Carolina's got a lot of talent. Teuvo Teravainen. Andrei Svechnikov is the lacrosse move king. I think he's great at it. Those are my
Michigan.
The Michigan. Yes. Nashville really had to claw, no pun intended, their way into the playoffs.
They kind of won by everyone else in their division just not wanting to win.
That hurts. The Hawks could have made it if they beat the Predators more often.
Oh, man.
Anyways, before I get too mad, I'm going to go ahead. So in my bracket, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to say Carolina in 5.
All right. So this is an interesting series. Nashville, they're playing well right now. The big question for Carolina is going to be goaltending.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest in the world, but their offense, I think, is going to be way too good for Nashville to keep up with. I mean, I just don't see how they're going to compete. I think Carolina should have this one pretty easily. I'll also say Carolina in 5, maybe 4. I'll give Nashville 1 game, but I say Carolina in 5.
Nashville could potentially make some noise. I mean, you saw what they did in 2017. You know, they swept the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm still crying about that. No, I'm not.
That was so embarrassing. You know,
how do you not score at home?
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Anyways, let's move on to the 2-3. The number 2 seeded Florida Panthers will take on the number 3 seeded Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, I think we can all agree that the Florida Panthers were the most surprising team in the league. If it's not Pittsburgh, it's probably I'd say most surprising team is definitely Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida. Obviously, Alexander Barkov. That guy's good, but my question: will James Reimer step up? Will he take that step up in the postseason?
Ooh, I want to hope that he does.
But with that, I feel like Florida's just been too good this year. And they just beat the Lightning twice in a row. I'm going to say Florida in 6.
Okay. So, this is interesting for me.
The Battle of Florida.
you could sort of call this a rivalry. I feel like this is more of a rivalry for the Panthers than it is for the Lightning.
Yeah, definitely.
So Florida's been great. They've been getting some good goaltending, and they've looked like the better team. Let's see. Florida. Let's see who their studs have been. I mean, Barkov, Ekblad, Bobrovsky, Hornquist. I mean, they've been playing very well.
Sergei Bobrovsky's a stud.
Huberdeau, Duclair. I mean, they've been playing really well.
Have they?
Not a lot of playoff experience on this team, and you need that.
Yeah, when was their last playoff appearance? Not counting the bubble.
Jeez.
It was 2016.
Yeah, didn't they lose in 7 to New York?
It was 6.
Wraparound Tavares scores.
That will hurt.
Oh,
that will hurt all.
I know Florida has looked a lot better.
They have,
but Tampa Bay, they got it done last year, and I really like what they've got. I think this is going to be a bloodbath battle for Florida, even though very little people care about hockey in Florida.
In Miami.
Oh, my gut's telling me to go Florida, but Tampa Bay has the experience. Tampa Bay in 7.
Okay. That's a good pick. I like it. I can't really do anything against it. I can't control your picks. Okay, so you have the Lightning in 7 games. 4-3, I have the Panthers in 6. Alright, we're done with the Discover Central. For now. We're going to move on to the Mass Mutual East. The number 1 seeded Pittsburgh Penguins have been a surprise. Against
These division names are so corny.
Against
the Honda West of it, like, come on.
And the number 4 seeded New York Islanders. So, Pittsburgh, we didn't expect them to make the postseason, but they did, and I'm not happy about it because I expected the other Pennsylvania team to make it in. Like, what happened?
Can't trust any Philly teams. You just can't.
Can't even, especially the Eagles. You can't trust them at all. Anyways, before we get too carried away. I feel like the Islanders have a lot of talent. They do. Matt Barzal is definitely their best player. They still have Josh Bailey? I think they do.
I'll check.
I feel like Pittsburgh's just going to be too much for the Islanders, but for this one, because the Islanders have talent...
Yeah, he's still on there.
I'm going to go...
He's an alternate. He's an alternate captain.
Oh, is he now? Matt Barzal's probably the captain.
Yeah, Josh Bailey is an alternate captain.
All right, anyways, I'm going to go Pittsburgh in 6. Pittsburgh in 6 games.
So, New York, they haven't been playing very well. They kind of got in by the skin of their teeth, and with Philly just collapsing. This is a tough one. I'm not a fan of Pittsburgh. I know they played really well, but I mean that core is aging, and they really should have won the playoffs last year, and they got stung by a really good by an underrated 24 seed Montreal team.
24 seed.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's embarrassing.
New York, I mean, it's hard to bet against Barry Trotz. I mean, he benched like Barzal at one point, but I have a feeling that we are going to hear a loud, thunderous pop when New York gets their head out of their ass and wins in 7. Give me the Islanders.
You have the Islanders. I could see you got an upside going with your gut. I like it. So you're picking the Islanders to beat the Penguins. Because since 2018, you really can't trust the Penguins in a playoff series. You just cannot. Okay, let's move on. The 2-3. We've got the number 2 seeded Washington Capitals against the number 13 Boston Bruins. Sorry, just Kerncraft 400.
No, jeez. Stop.
Right, I'm sorry. Sorry, the song is so catchy, though. Anyways. Don't throw up now. Only Murray can throw up because Vegas. Anyways.
Man, he picked the Dallas Senators to make the playoffs. What a clown.
The Senators. People watching at home, Murray had the Senators in the playoffs. What a moron. Anyways. So the Washington Capitals, again, very talented squad. Alex Ovechkin, Evgeny Kuznetsov. The list just goes on and 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 on. Ilya Samsonov, he's stepped up. I feel like he's a very strong goalie for this team. He can be a good replacement for Holtby.
And the NHL's perennial good guy, Tom Wilson.
Only a $5,000 fine. What's wrong with you, NHL? Anyways.
You want to know something? I love Tom Wilson.
Why?
I love Tom Wilson.
Moving on.
Just the fact that him standing on the ice, he lives rent-free in every NHL team's head. It's so funny.
Moving on. Also, Washington has Boston's former cap. No, was he a captain? He was. Zdeno
Chara was captain.
A.K.A. the guy who's way too tall. Boston. Do you think Boston is on the decline?
Yes.
You think they are?
I want to hope so.
I hope they are too, but I feel like they're going to step up. Boston wins in 7 games. I don't want it to happen, but I'm going with my gut and saying that the Boston Bruins will move on and the Washington Capitals will once again not make it past the second round of the playoffs.
Okay. Now, this is going to be... Okay, so...
Little Pittsburgh-Boston action.
When he's on Boston, okay, when he's in the Bruins, the Leafs have played Boston many a time in the playoffs. When Chara scores a goal or does literally anything, when he comes up with a big hit or if he gets into a fight, it energizes that team, and they're just on a new level. Well, he's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't going to have that veteran leadership to bring them through, and their core is, I mean, come on, they got to be getting old.
They are.
I like that leadership edge with the Caps. I'm going to go Washington in 6.
Okay. Yeah, we are not really agreeing with our picks at all.
Nope.
It was only Carolina. Yeah, but that Florida-Tampa Bay series is going to be amazing. It's going to be a great series. Yeah, this might potentially be the tightest playoffs that we've seen in a while. All right, we're going to move on to the Scotiabank North. We got Quincy's favorite team.
Other than the Air Canada North, but whatever.
We got Quincy's favorite team, the number 1 seed, Toronto Maple Leafs. I cannot call them the Maple Leafs. I can't call them the Maple Leafs anymore because they got number 1 seed in the division for the first time in God knows how long. And
a long time.
And they'll be going up against the number 4 seed Montreal Canadiens. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. I just do. Montreal's outmatched. Toronto in 5. I'm not even going to go over the team. Now,
wow.
Here's the thing. Before you go ahead, tell you what. Toronto has a lot of great forward talent. They do. But, so I haven't watched a lot of Maple Leafs hockey. Quincy, has the defense stepped up? No.
They're not.
Answer is no. Let's move on.
That has been put out the last 2 years. They're not amazing. They're not amazing. So, people like to talk about like rivalries, right?
This is not a rivalry.
Leafs and Habs, such a great rivalry. Haven't played in the playoffs since 1979.
1979.
Haven't played in the playoffs since 1979. Well, that's going to change. I'm excited for this series.
I am too.
But part of me is wondering, are they ever going to get it done? I mean, I don't know. I haven't been given any reason to believe that the Leafs are ever going to win a playoff series.
They got to at some point.
It's Montreal. Like, come on. Should be able to beat them, but they've got annoying. They got how their team is just annoying. It's annoying to play the Habs because I mean, Price can go out at any minute. Suzuki's a pain. Shea Weber's a pain.
Montreal has some talent. They definitely do.
They're just an annoying team that just won't go away. Listen, on paper, the Leafs should kill them. Oh my! The back of my mind is telling me Montreal is going to win this series, and I'm scared because I mean it's playoff hockey. You can never trust Toronto, but I'll take them to win in 6. The Habs will take 2 games. They're a tough team to play. They're a real stingy team. They can be off and on a lot of the times, but they'll win a few games. But the Leafs should have under control. I would hope so. If they don't win this series, I swear to God, they're never going to win the playoff series.
And I swear to God, you can change your allegiance to the Blackhawks.
No, I don't want to be. I'm not.
Yes, you do, Quincy. 2 seeded.
Yeah, I will grab something to drink. You do Edmonton, Winnipeg real quick. I'll let you know when I'm back.
Okay, Quincy's gonna be gone for a minute. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the next series. That is the number 2 seeded Edmonton Oilers against the number 3 seeded Winnipeg Jets. Now, Winnipeg, I had them on the outside looking in at number 5. They've definitely shocked me a little bit, but as Quincy said before, they're kind of on a decline as of late. They're on a downfall. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to my bracket real quick. There we go. I just feel like Edmonton has too much talent. Connor McDavid, they have McDavid, Draisaitl, RNH, and in goal, Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen. A lot of good guys. So I'm going to pick Edmonton to win it. I'm going to go 6 games. Edmonton will win the series.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, perfect timing. I just got done. I picked the Oilers in 6 games.
Okay.
That's
throughout the entire season, I would say it's probably going to be Winnipeg because they've been looking like a pretty good team. Pierre-Luc Dubois. I know it's Dubois.
It is Pierre-Luc Dubois. But hey, they got rid of the line.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Here's the thing. The Oilers are hoping they can play with line changes off. Because, I mean, does anyone else deserve to play besides Draisaitl, the Nuge, and McDavid?
Ryan Hopkins.
This is interesting because I don't really think either one of these teams is really that great. Edmonton's just so top heavy. The rest of their team can't do anything. I mean, they're just not good. But Winnipeg, this is tough.
Tough series to predict.
I'm going to pick Edmonton just because Winnipeg's on a really bad losing streak right now.
How many games?
And it's Edmonton in 6.
Okay, you go with the same thing as me. Okay, so that sets up, for both of us, it sets up Toronto and Edmonton in
That'd be interesting.
North Division Final. Alright, let's move on to the Honda West. You got the number 1 seeded Colorado Avalanche, who jumped my second favorite team, the Vegas Golden Knights. Okay, that's second. Let's hold a moment of silence. Alright, that's enough. And their top line, Rantanen, Landeskog, McKinnon. That's all I gotta say. And they'll be playing the number 4 seeded St. Louis Blues, who really had to claw their way to get to the postseason. Honestly, the Blues aren't good enough. They're better than my Blackhawks, that's for sure. Bonus sounds for the Blackhawks.
This is an intriguing series.
It is. It can be.
The Blues have talent. Tarasenko, Binnington. You never know what you're going to get.
Jordan Binnington is a stud. He was amazing in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Krug, O'Reilly, Colton Parayko, Mike Hoffman. I mean, Perron. They have good players. This is a sneaky Blues. This is a sneaky Blues team. And the playoffs are like a whole new season. Like the President's Trophy, that don't mean a damn thing.
Not really.
This is a sneaky one. I really think the Blues are going to come out here. They're going to give Colorado all they can handle. I think Colorado pushes away in the end. In Game 7 overtime, Rantanen scores the game winner, Addison 7.
What if that actually happens? Quincy Bell, the future teller.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I haven't made my pick quite yet, but I don't know. My gut is telling me St. Louis. I don't want to pick St. Louis, so as you know, a Blackhawks fan can't stand the Blues. I can't stand them. My gut is telling me St. Louis.
What movies?
I can't do it, though. And I know I'm going to sound like a broken record for picking another 1 seed, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick the Colorado Avalanche in, let's do 6 games. All right.
This movie came on True TV called The Breakup. It got some guy with Jennifer Aniston at a Cubs game. Okay, never mind. All right, so we're on Vegas and Minnesota.
Vegas and Minnesota. 2-seeded Vegas Golden Knights, who got jumped at the last second by the Avalanche. And again, the number 3-seeded Minnesota. Wow, Minnesota's been a surprise. I can't believe they made it to the playoffs. And the Blackhawks didn't.
I'm really excited for this series.
3 division rivals. Actually, 4 division rivals that would normally be in the Central made the playoffs.
Yeah.
That angers me.
Wait. Who are the... Okay, so that would be St. Louis, Colorado, Minnesota,
Nashville.
And Nashville.
That angers me. Actually, 5, Winnipeg.
Now. Yeah, Winnipeg. Okay, so... Vegas, great team, but they're not really great in the momentum category because they just lost to Colorado, losing out on the President's Trophy. Minnesota, I do not know really what to think of them. But I will say there's one man that on this team that I absolutely love.
Kill the thrill!
The bad man rookie of the year, Kirill Kaprizov. That guy is a bad man.
Kirill the Thrill.
But,
love that guy.
But, I mean, who else do we got? I mean, your goalie's Cam Talbot.
Eric Stahl.
Zach Parise is still good.
Overrated.
Zach Parise.
Yeah, he's overrated.
Yeah. I mean, they got Zuccarello, Rossi. They've got Capo Cut. What the hell?
Capo Caco.
They got Jared Spurgeon. He's not that suitor. Listen, they've got some talent, and Vegas is not in a great mental state. They will push this to 6. Vegas will win.
So you think Vegas will win in 6 games?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Let me just update this real quick. It takes a minute. Just wish it could have been quicker. I just wish updating these things could have been quick. It's not. Whatever. And this thing is off-centered. Yeah. It's horrible.
Wait, so the playoffs start tomorrow?
Yes. moving on.
Okay, so that means I gotta get my bracket video out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm saying same thing. Vegas over Minnesota in 6 games. So
the Leafs won't play tomorrow because they're playing today.
The Leafs don't play for a while because the NHL wants to finish out every team's schedule, which is bull. The Flames and Canucks aren't even in the playoffs. Does it really matter?
They should just have everyone's. I don't know. Here's what I'm saying. All right, with COVID and everything, if a game doesn't matter for seeding, don't play it. Like, come on. Like, the Leafs already wrapped up the division title. Like, why are they playing the Jets right now? That game doesn't matter. Like, the Jets can't hop the Oilers. Like, come on, what are we doing?
So we're done. First round's finally done. That took longer than I anticipated. So our first rounds are pretty different. They're different on the North and West divisions, but
5 of the 8.
The Central and East are different. For me, I have Carolina, Florida. For you, you have Carolina and Tampa Bay.
And then I had New York and Washington. You had Pittsburgh and Boston.
Yeah, I had Pittsburgh, Boston. So for Carolina, Florida, top-heavy series. This would be a very fun series. Tell you what, I'm going to go in Carolina in 7 games. It's going to be a tight series. I have Carolina over Florida in 7 games.
So, alright. So I got Carolina and Tampa.
Yeah, Carolina, Tampa.
I'm going to go with a pretty hot take here.
Go for it.
And Carolina, when they upset Washington in that first round, that one year that they played New York, came out like a house of fire in the second round. I like their matchup against Tampa Bay. Give me Carolina in 4.
Carolina in 4?
Sweep. Get the brooms out.
You have a sweep?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? New York.
Man, I barely have Tampa Bay beating Florida. Carolina's going to come out energized for that series.
Pittsburgh, Boston for me. Pittsburgh and Boston. The battle of the black and gold. You got the Pens against the B-Wheels. Honestly, tight series again, but I just think Crosby and Malkin will be too much for Marchand and company. Let's go Pittsburgh. Let's try and hustle up this last part of the stream. Let's try and hustle it up a little bit. I have Pittsburgh over Boston, 4 games to 2. Who do you have for?
I can't hear you now.
Who do you have for Island? What?
I can't hear you like at all.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I hear you now.
Okay, good. Who do you have for Islanders and Washington?
Oh, jeez, this is tough. This is a coin flip for me. I always pick the Islanders. I'm always really high on the Islanders.
You're going with the Islanders? Do you want me to just flip a coin?
Once again, Capitals can't make it past the second round. Give me New York.
How many games?
7.
7 games again. The Islanders just keep winning 7-game series. It just will not stop. All right, Toronto and Edmonton.
Jeez.
This
okay.
For you.
There you go.
For you, it'll be an annoying series. Honestly, Austin Matthews versus Connor McDavid. Mitch Marner versus Leon Draisaitl.
Marner's better, by the way.
John Tavares Brian Nugent-Hopkins. Top heavy forwards. Defense sucks. I'm going to say this will finally be the year of Toronto. I'm going Toronto in 7 games.
Okay.
Over the Edmonton Oilers.
This is just going to be, just buckle up for a puck ton of goals. Hope you like that. I'm here all week. Tip your waitresses.
Jeez.
It's so hard for me to pick the Leafs in a playoff series with their past. But here's the thing. Edmonton, listen, none of the Canadian teams I think are particularly great. It's going to have a hard time for me to get behind literally any Canadian team.
What?
I think it's probably going to come down to goaltending, and Freddie Anderson could turn it up in the playoffs. I think he shows up more than, who's the goalie? Mike Smith? Is he their goalie?
Mikko Koskinen.
Yeah. I think the Leafs have the better goaltending, so go Leafs, give me Toronto.
How many games?
6.
4-2. All right. Last series of the second round, Colorado and Vegas. You know what? Colorado, they went to the second round last year, and they held against Dallas. And I'll tell you what, Colorado, red hot. They win the President's Trophy. They have the momentum. Came off a series win over the Blues, and now they're going to play Vegas and lose. I'm going to go with the Vegas Golden Knights in a 7-game series.
Okay, this is interesting. So
I know
I
know I'm sounding like a broken record. Wait, hold on a minute.
So Vegas.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to change one of my series real quick. I actually had Boston over Pittsburgh. Had to make that change. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this is a very interesting series. This is, it's kind of a rivalry, I guess.
It should be.
Vegas just lost the President's Trophy to Colorado. Brand new series. Now both these teams are high. Colorado, I think, has the better offense. But they say defense wins championships, and I like Fleury a lot more than I like Grubauer. I mean, I will say they did pick up Dubnyk as a backup goalie, but Dubnyk's more. I really like Fleury to go off in this series in the playoffs. Tight, Vegas in 7. He who laughs last best. They're going to get revenge.
Let's go. We both have Vegas. All right, so now we need to seed these teams based on the number of points they received in the regular season.
Oh, they're reseed? That's weird. Why? Ugh. Okay, so mine would be.
Give me a minute to figure this out.
I think mine would be so the least one for mine is the Islanders.
For me.
Okay, so mine is the Islanders and the Golden Knights, and then the Leafs and the Hurricanes.
You would have the Golden Knights. This is gonna take a minute.
Yeah, mine's Vegas and New York.
Vegas and the Islanders.
Toronto and Carolina.
Vegas and the Islanders. This will take a minute. I didn't prepare for this.
Oh, it's backwards.
I'm working on it.
You'll be alright.
There.
I do like the graphics, I will say.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll put and I can just put the Islanders 1 in with ease. And then you would have Carolina and Toronto. I'll have to edit the Carolina one around. This will take a minute. This is for you. I didn't prepare. Because I'm an idiot.
You'll be alright.
Carolina. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Carolina Hurricanes are an exciting team.
You should put the VGK back in the bottom right for the one against Minnesota.
Oh, shoot. Thanks. And it's Carolina against Toronto. I believe mine is similar. Except for me, I think mine is Vegas-Boston.
Yeah.
It'll be Vegas and Boston. Yeah, mine would just be Vegas and Boston. Very, very similar. And then Carolina, Toronto. Alright, Boston. Get in here. You're going back to the conference finals. Wait, no, not the conference finals. The Stanley Cup semifinals. That's so weird. Anyways, we're finally ready to resume. I'm going to go first, Vegas and Boston. I'm going to try and hustle it up a little bit. The Boston Bruins honestly are outmatched. I feel like Vegas has the better goaltending. And like you said, defense wins championships. I feel like goaltending is what's going to win Boston the series. Or Vegas, I should say. I'm going to go Vegas. I'm going to do Vegas in 5. Wait, why is the 4 backwards? What happened? Why is the 4 backwards?
Where?
There we go. That's better. Vegas will win 4-1. Alright, there we go. It's not backwards anymore.
Okay, I have Vegas and... Alright, so I have Vegas and New York over here.
Alright, hang on. Let me just put this into the finals slot. This might take a minute. 150. Alright, there we go. Vegas to the final. For me, they'll go to the Stanley Cup final. Alright, there we go. So you have Vegas too?
I have Vegas against New York.
Yeah, you do.
And, okay, now this is interesting. I think I already have New York going too far. In Vegas, I think I'll just overpower them. Vegas in, not a sweep. Vegas in 5.
Alright, you have a 4-1 too. Ah, the 4 backwards. The 4 is backwards again. That's better. There, 4-1.
I'll probably get my playoff prediction video out tomorrow morning.
Alright, let's move on.
Who plays tomorrow?
Boston and Washington, game 1. 6:15 p.m. Central. Alright.
I'm going to look up who plays tomorrow.
Carolina and Toronto. Oh boy. The rematch of that one game where Toronto lost.
Bruins, Capitals.
Can I talk, please?
Yeah, go.
Yeah. Carolina, Toronto, you know, Toronto, I'm going to make you upset here. They lost to a Zamboni driver against Carolina. Sorry, I had to throw that shade. It had to happen. Yeah, anyways, I feel like, I'm sorry, Quincy, this is where you guys will be outmatched. I'm going to say this will be a tight series, though, but I just don't think Toronto's going to have nearly enough firepower. Give me the Hurricanes in 6 games. Can't really be mad, though. I mean, that's a pretty good run for Toronto, considering what they've been through.
Alright. Now, this is a rematch of the 2003 conference finals, where Carolina ended up winning. They just haven't been back since. Rematch. Does it get better? I don't know. Listen, Carolina's they're too good. I want to say the Leafs, their forward talent will overpower. I don't think so. I mean, I want to think so. I just can't. There's no way they're winning the Cup. I just don't think they're there yet. You need more defense.
How many games?
You can't win off on their offense. Carolina in 7.
7 games, huh? I almost went with 7. Alright, so we both have Vegas and Carolina. This was my preseason Stanley Cup final. I'm sticking with it.
They got Carolina and Edmonton.
Alright. Vegas Golden Knights, Carolina Hurricanes. This will be a bloodbath. And you know what? I mean, it's very hard to pick a champion here. I can't pick one. So hard. You got Vegas. I feel like Vegas is better. Like, their power play is abysmal. Like, if you want a power play goal out of them, good luck. But you know what? I feel like Vegas will outmatch Carolina. Give me Vegas in 7 games. They are your Stanley Cup champions.
If Vegas wins the Cup, everyone in Canada will cry. Because, we haven't won a Cup since 1993, and this team from a party city, they'll just cry. Now, this Carolina, I've been saying it since the beginning of the season. They've got the young talent. They've broken out this year. They're the number 1 seed in their division. I really think they're the team to beat, and I'm going to stick with my preseason pick. Give me the Carolina Hurricanes in 6 games.
Wow, 6 games. Kind of knew you'd go with Carolina. I feel like Vegas can sometimes be a pretty hated team.
Murray hates Vegas.
I don't know why he does.
Because they should never.
You don't cheat. So I have the Vegas Golden Knights winning in 7 games. You have the Carolina Hurricanes in 6 games. So, as you can see, I'm going to give the viewers at home a few seconds to review each of our brackets. And now we can review Quincy's bracket. And that's going to do it. I'm done here. We're done. And this was definitely a very fun thing to do. Quincy, I hope you had fun. And we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.